Welcome to day 13. How are you doing? Man, you're doing well. Like, seriously. Like, you've come this far. We've talked about your protein. We've talked about veggies. We've talked about movement. We've talked about water, stress management. What do you think about that? Like, sometimes you don't even realize you're stressed, but your body knows you're stressed. Man, that was good, right? And we've talked about sleep. All these things are so important. So today, day 13, we're talking about limiting our sugary drinks. I know you may already be at a point where you're not even drinking that much sugary things, but we're still going to go over it because you might be. So, what you're not aware of, you can't change. We're going to bring this to the front and create awareness. And that way you're aware of it and you can make changes from here on out. So today, let's zoom in on the sugary drinks, like a sneaky source of empty calories and energy crashers. Yes, those empty calories, they do nothing for our body except make us feel sluggish and just zap our energy, like for real. So whether it's soda, it's a fancy coffee drink, because those fancy coffee drinks, they have tons of sugar in them too. Don't even try and fool yourself. You know they do. You just try and ignore them, or even sweetened teas. They're very sugary too. So we're cutting back on the sugary beverages. And doing that can have a big impact on your health and how you feel. We're going to talk about why this matters and how to make it easier. Because at first, it may seem like it's a bit difficult, but we're going to find little ways to make it easier, okay? So the first part, why limiting sugaring drinks matters. First, it reduces empty calories. We're not even going to talk about going and getting one of those nice souped up coffees that everyone gets. I'm not a coffee drinker, so I don't understand that, but I can throw down on some hot chocolate and I know I can make it full of tons of calories. So by the time you add everything to it, man, those calories can add up and they're empty because they're not doing anything for your body. So let's think of empty as no nutrients. That's what I mean by empty when I say empty calories. They're not giving your body any nutrients. So no nutrients and hundreds of calories. Also, limiting these can improve your energy. Those very quick energy spikes are typically followed by crashes. Like seriously, they leave you tired and sluggish. And sometimes when I've gone on a road trip and I'll get a fountain pop, and it'll typically be like maybe a Coke Zero or something like that. So there's no sugar and none of that stuff. But still, I feel tired and sluggish just from having that. And it doesn't have all the sugary stuff in it. So that'll do it also. Now, also cutting back on it, it helps you with weight loss. Like for real, it does. Reducing these sugary drinks can help cut excess sugar and calories without feeling deprived, because you're not going to feel like you're deprived if instead of drinking this pop or the sugary drink, you're just going to drink water and you just slowly go from one to the other. Let me take you back to when I first started my journey. All right. I remember I used to drink 3 to 4 44-ounce, what we called fountain dews, a day. Yeah, 3 to 4 44 ounces of those. Like seriously, I don't even know how I did it. I'm going to have to add up how many calories that was because, man, that was a lot. And to look back on that, I can't even believe that I did that. Because now, I couldn't imagine. So if you're thinking about that time, you're like, man, I don't know if I can do that. Just give yourself grace. Take one day at a time. Start out slow. Celebrate your small wins. You'll get there. If I did it, anyone can. And I'm being totally for real with that. Like, it comes straight from my heart. Like, if I did that, anyone can. Okay, now also, limiting the sugary drinks, it also protects your health. Excess sugar is linked to inflammation, it's linked to heart disease, and other health issues. Like, it's not a good thing for you. It makes you feel like all inflamed, all bloated. I know, like, my face would feel puffy, my hands would start to feel puffy, my skin would look different. All of those things, they all play a factor. And those are things to pay attention to. That's signs of our bodies telling us that, hey, pay attention to this. Look what this is doing to us. And it's time we pay attention to that. Remember, we're not doing this just for today. You may not even notice anything today when you start this. But you're doing this for 5 to 10 years down the road for the future you. And the future you is going to thank you for it. Like, I thank myself that I quit drinking those so many years ago. I thank myself. Back then, I didn't get it, but now I get it. And you're going to do the same thing. You're going to thank yourself every day. Now, today's challenge. Ready for this? I want you to replace one sugary drink today with a healthier alternative. I'm not going to tell you what it is. You're just going to go with a healthier alternative than what that sugary drink is. Okay? An example might be some infused water. Add some lemon, cucumber, mint, berries, whatever to flavor the water. It also might be unsweetened tea. Try some herbal tea or green tea for a refreshing option. Or sparkling water. Choose flavored sparkling water without any added sugar. Try black coffee or tea. Skip the sugary syrups, okay? And the creamers. Try cinnamon or a splash of almond milk instead. Also, homemade smoothies. Blend some fruit with some unsweetened almond milk or water for a natural sweet drink, okay? Now, here comes your pro tips. All right, you need to write these down. Tip number 1, be mindful of your triggers. This is very, very important. I can't stress this enough. Notice when and why you reach for sugary drinks. Example, maybe it's a mid-afternoon slump and you feel like you need a pick-me-up and you feel like you need that hit of caffeine or something. That might be a trigger for it. Maybe another one is you're sitting down to watch TV. That might be it. So I'm going to repeat that. Pay attention to and notice when you reach for a sugary drink and why you reach for it. Okay? Those are key. Pro tip number 2, go ahead and write this down. It's important. Plan ahead. Keep your chosen healthier options ready to grab whenever your cravings hit. If it's right there and it's ready for you, you're going to grab the healthier thing because it's right there. You've planned ahead. You've called it. You already know it's going to happen. Okay. Pro tip number 3, take it slow. If you drink multiple sugary beverages a day, just start by replacing one and only one. I'm going to repeat that because that's very important, because I don't want you setting yourself up thinking, I drink 5 pops a day and I need to go from 5 to 0. No, we're not doing that. All right. That will set yourself up to fail. And we're not doing that. We're creating wins. We're here to win. We're here for a lifestyle change. We're here for a better us. We're doing this today for the future you. So take it slow. I'm going to repeat that. If you drink multiple sugary beverages a day, start by only replacing one. And then pat yourself on the back and tell yourself you did an amazing job. You had a win, okay? You replaced one. That's one less sugary drink. Add that up, how many calories that you didn't have. That's a start. I love it. It's amazing. It's a total win, and you need to mark it down as a win also, because it's a win. Now, your mindset reminder is cutting sugary drinks isn't about depriving yourself. I want you to look at this as it's about fueling your body with what it truly needs. We're not depriving. So don't look at it like, oh my goodness, I can't have this drink. What am I going to do without this? No, you're going to look at it as, okay, I'm replacing this drink that I might really love this drink, but I'm going to replace it with this because this drink over here is going to fuel my body better and give it what it needs. And I might just spice this drink up a little bit so that the flavor hits me a different way until I get used to it. Okay, try that. Flip it like that. See what it does. Because every small step, like swapping one drink, adds up to bigger changes over time. All right? Let me repeat that because it's very important. Every small step, like swapping one drink. Okay, one drink. That adds up to big changes over time. Very big changes. Those small steps, remember, they're like a snowball effect. They just keep adding up and adding up and adding up. So you're doing awesome because you're showing up and you're only focusing on today and you're making that one change for today. You're doing awesome. Okay. Now here's what I want you to do. Here's my question for you. What's your go-to sugary drink? What are you going to swap it with? What's your favorite alternative? What have you figured out that you like? Share those because other people might be trying to figure out what their favorite alternative drink is. Because this can be a very difficult one for some people. Because not only are you used to picking something up and drinking it, you're used to that sweet flavor, okay? So that's one thing that we're doing also. It's like a hand-to-mouth action. And then it's also like that sugary flavor that it gives you. Just that sweetness, So share your favorite alternatives. Tell your friends. Let me know. Tag me. Take a picture of your favorite drink. Maybe you came up with a new thing. You put water with all this cool stuff in it, and it just tastes amazing. Share it. I'd love to know what it is. Let's inspire each other. Let's inspire each other to make healthier choices and come up with different options so we don't need all this sugary stuff. Well, thank you so much for being here on day 13, and I will catch you on day 14. Have a great day.